Last time on the EPIC Roundtable, we spoke to outreach and placement specialists and project team leaders across the state of Kentucky. Today, we sit down with two students from Southeast Kentucky Community and Technical College who are participants in the EPIC program. I am David C. Dixon, and this is this month's edition of the EPIC Roundtable.
Want to go back to college? Think you can't fit it into your schedule? You can with Southeast Kentucky Community and Technical College's EPIC program.
Take classes on your own schedule with Learn on Demand.
Several courses to choose from and affordable tuition. Call or click today for more information.
Hello, our first guest is Miss Heather Smith. Heather, can you tell us just a little bit about your background and yourself?
Of course, David. I'm from Cumberland, Kentucky. I grew up here. I went to school here. To the elementary school and the middle school, and then for high school I moved to Tennessee and went to school there, completed my junior year, and then I dropped out and moved to North Carolina where I started a GED program, and unfortunately I did not complete that program there. It was kind of difficult, you know, the working nights, and the program itself was pretty difficult, so I ended up dropping out of that. In 2013, I became a mother. I gave birth to a beautiful baby boy, and was a single stay-at-home mother for 2 years. And the two of us just recently moved back to the area last fall, and we are here now, so that's a little bit about my background.
So Heather, you just recently obtained your GED and started college classes this past summer. What was your motivation to come back to school and get your GED, then begin college courses?
Well, my son, you know, was one of my main motivations for coming back to school and for getting my GED. I want to provide a very stable, steady, you know, home life for him. So that had a lot to do with me coming back and my motivation to continue my education.
Do you have any advice for someone who may have been out of school for a while, who may have quit high school, but they're wanting to come back and get their GED?
Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to come back and get your GED. You know, it can be a little intimidating, but you can do it. You just set your mind to it and you go after it. And before too long, you'll have it. Like, I started my GED journey in February of this year, and by April I had it. So definitely reach for the stars.
And so you completed your GED and immediately started college courses. Do you feel that was probably the best route to take?
I did. You know, getting my GED, I was very, you know, fresh out of doing work and things. Of course, you know, you do all your studies and things for your GED, take your tests. So for me, like, jumping straight into college afterwards was just something natural to do.
Okay, so you've completed your GED and then you found out about the EPIC program. Mm-hmm. What drew you to the EPIC program?
Well, you know, being a single mother, doing the EPIC program, I'm able to do online classes, and that is very easy and convenient for me to do online classes, as well as, you know, it's very flexible. I can go to class at any time of the day. You know, my son is playing contently, watching a movie, napping, or even, you know, when he goes to bed at night, I can go and log on to Blackboard and I can do my classes, and it's just very easy for me to do it that way. And the EPIC program also offers excellent support, and that's something that's very interesting to me, because sometimes, you know, as students we struggle with things, and the support, you know, that you get with it with the success coaches is phenomenal. They're there for you anytime you need help, and that's just something that really stands out to me.
So there's many services within the EPIC program, and you mentioned one of those is the success coaches. Mm-hmm. Can you tell us about a time you utilized help with the success coaches?
There's been a time, you know, when I was having trouble understanding one of the things with one of the courses that I was taking, and I just messaged them and they got right to me and helped me out.
So For someone who may be a little scared about taking online classes, I mean, do you see a big difference between the traditional sitting in a classroom versus taking a class online? Do you think it's harder, easier, more comfortable to be online than sitting in a classroom?
I found it to be very comfortable for me. The on-demand was very, my pace. I could go in there, I could do things at my pace. I got through with it quicker, than I would have had I been sitting in a traditional classroom.
Okay, so throughout your educational career, I understand you're in your second semester. Mm-hmm. And have you had a combination of KCTCS Online has two branches, KCTCS Learn on Demand and then KCTCS Learn by Term. Have you had a combination of those two types of courses?
I did. Over the summer, I took one of the on-demand classes, and currently I'm on two Learn by Term classes this semester.
Which format do you prefer?
I really like the on-demand myself.
And why do you like the Learn on Demand?
Because it goes by your pace. You can go as quick as you want to, you can go as slow as you want to, and you only have one due date that you have to worry about throughout the whole semester, and that's at the end, and all your assignments are due by that point in time.
So do you feel that Learn on Demand would be for everyone or just certain types of students?
I believe it could be for everyone.
Okay, so as you're going throughout your college career, what are your interests? I mean, are you looking in the medical field, the computers field, or what fields are you looking in?
I'm going towards the medical field is what I'm going to go into. Right now, one of my main focuses is I want to go into radiology. But I do have a couple backup plans just in case, because, majors tend to change. Sometimes you get into something and you decide you don't want to do that. So I have either respiratory care or medical assisting as backup plans.
Okay, so what are your plans when you do finish college? Do you think you'll continue past Southeast Kentucky Community and Technical College or go straight to the workforce?
Well, after I finish the radiology program, it's a 2-year program. So hopefully once I get into that and I decide that that's what I want to do, I want to complete that, and then I'm going to go on to further myself even more in the radiology field by doing CAT and MRI scans as well.
Okay. Well, Heather, I would like to thank you for being my guest today.
Pleasure to be here.
And now we're going to take a break.
Looking to take an epic step forward in your life or in your career? Come see us at Southeast Kentucky Community and Technical College. With the Enhancing Programs for IT Certification or EPIC program, you take classes on your schedule with the Learn on Demand format. Don't take our word for it, hear it from one of our EPIC students.
The program helped me get the training I needed to better myself and my family. Do yourself a favor and take an epic leap toward your future.
Choose from several courses at the most affordable tuition in the state. What do you have to lose? Contact David C. or Joey today. Southeast Kentucky Community and Technical College. Higher education begins here.
Hello and welcome back to the Epic Roundtable. I'm David C. Dixon, and now I'm here with Mary Wilson, who is a student here at Southeast Kentucky Community and Technical College. Mary, would you mind to tell us just a little bit about your background and how you came to us here at Southeast?
Okay, I grew up here in Harlan County, went to school, graduated from Cumberland High School in 1986. I went off to Eastern Kentucky University. Unfortunately, I didn't finish. I decided to party. So I left there and I moved to Georgia, where I ended up having children and working, and I decided to come back home. So I've been back here now for about 5 years. And back in 2013, I decided to enter Southeast to further my education.
So, Mary, you said you came back to school in 2013. What was your motivation to come back to school and better yourself?
To show my kids that I could do it, that I was able to do it.
Okay, so Mary, you have some children that are in elementary school, middle school, if I'm correct.
Yes.
So how are you able to juggle going back to school as well as all of the activities and things that your children may be involved in?
Well, when I first entered, like I said, I came straight to Southeast, and that was hard. It was really hard because I have one that constantly stays sick, so it was really hard to attend the classes, to enter in class, because I was getting calls to come pick him up from school and everything like that.
So what would be some advice you would have for someone that may be in the same situation?
I prefer the online. I like online because it's flexible. You're able to go to all your kids' functions, and then you're able to work. So if you like me, I'm a single mom who works, I have to work. So online class is the best way to go.
Okay, so as I mentioned a little earlier when I was talking to my first guest, Heather, at KCTCS we have two umbrellas. We have KCTCS Online Learn on Demand and KCTCS Learn by Term. Is there a format you prefer over the other?
Learn on demand.
Okay, so you prefer the Learn on Demand. Could you tell us what are some of the features that you like about the Learn on Demand format?
I love the fact that when you could utilize your support coaches, they was able to help me because I have a problem with test anxiety. And I went on there and they showed me how to get over that and how to utilize all their techniques that they have for you.
So you mentioned you have some test anxiety and you were able to utilize the student success coaches with the Learn on Demand. It's also a service that's provided to EPIC participants. So we know the EPIC fields are medical, information technology, and computers and information technology. Which one of those fields are you kind of leaning toward?
Medical.
Medical. So could you tell us a little bit about your experience with your first Learn on Demand class? I mean, how was the class set up?
It's very understandable if you get in there and just utilize everything that's available for you. Unfortunately with me, it took me a minute, and that's when I had to go with the instructor, and she also helped me. She was very awesome. She got back with me promptly. She even called me and walked me through a lot of the process that I was having problems with.
So with Learn on Demand classes, they're set up in modules, and things are have there's timings in there, but everything is just due at the end of the semester. I mean, do you feel like a student could wait all semester to complete a class at the very last, or should they kind of pace themselves throughout the semester?
I think they should pace themselves throughout the semester. For me, that's how it was with me. I paced myself throughout the semester, and that was very helpful for me.
So here at Southeast, we have lots of different programs that are available for students, single mothers, single fathers, even
Yes.
single parents. I know that you're a participant with our Ready to Work program as well. Could you tell us just a little bit about that program?
That helps you out a lot too for, it not only is it for single mothers, single fathers that have custody of their children or raising their kids can also get on this program. And what it is, you have to be receiving KTAB and everything, but it helps you out a lot. And the workers that you have for the Ready to Work is Andrea Massey and Diana Fusion, and they are very excellent workers to go with.
So with the Ready to Work program, that gives you some work experience. So do you think that's going to be beneficial to you as you start looking for a full-time job once you finish your educational career?
Yes, because you're not only placed at the college, you're placed off campus also.
Okay, so Mary, do you have any advice for someone who, like yourself, was out of school for a number of years and decided to come back? What would you tell them?
To go back. It's not as hard as you think it is. Just go back and further yourself on further.
Okay, well, Mary, I thank you for being my guest today.
Thank you.
And I would like to thank all of you all out there in TV land for tuning in to this edition of the Epic Roundtable. I am David C. Dixon for Southeast TV.